Hello, dear students. Today we see the next part of our course, very important part. Already we finished different topics related with agricultural marketing. Now we see about the price policy. Okay, in this we see in detail uh, point related with agricultural price policy, its objectives, then very important concept price stabilization, need for price stabilization, and price support policy of the government. In this, we start with first point about the meaning of price. Prices are of great importance to the manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer, and the consumer in general, and considerable attention is given to their determination. So price determination is very important aspect in agricultural marketing. Then different types of prices. So there will be two types of prices, market price and normal price. So we see the difference between market price and normal price. Market prices are prices at which goods exchange in hands. Okay, so when we go to any market and if we purchase the commodity with that specific price, then we can call that price as a market price. Then what is normal price? It is equilibrium price. Okay, equilibrium means it is the price obtained by determining interaction of demand and supply in a perfectly competitive market. Here we have to consider the forces of demand and supply, and then whether the interaction of demand and supply is there, then which price is form equilibrium price, and we can call that price as a normal price. Now we see about the agricultural price policy. Agriculture price policy is a method of influencing the allocation of resources for achieving the society objective for growth and equitable distribution of income. Agriculture Price Commission is established in January 1965, but it is again renamed as Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices. In short, it is called as a CACP, and it is renamed in APC is renamed in 1985. So Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices, the establishment of this CACP is year is 1985. Agriculture price policy is of particular importance with respect to income distribution, because agriculture mainly produces which type of goods? You know, consumer goods on which people, particularly poor, spend most of their income. So that's why this price policy is very important. Now we see the objectives of agriculture price policy. First one, to maintain reasonable relationship between prices of food grains and non-food grains, and between agriculture commodities and manufactured goods, so that the terms of trade between these sectors do not change sharply against one another. Then, to maintain an appropriate relationship between price of food and non-food crops. Already you know food crops means different types of cereals, pulses. Non-food crops means your cash crops, cotton, jute, sugarcane. Then to achieve balance between economic interest of producer and consumer by allowing prices to fluctuate within a maximum and minimum range. To minimize seasonal and cyclical fluctuations in the prices of agriculture commodities. You know there will be different types of fluctuations in the agriculture commodities. So seasonal fluctuation we see in detail in our practical course. What is seasonal variation? To bring out greater price integration in various regions of the country, so that regular flow of marketable surplus could be maintained. Also, export of farm products stimulated. What is marketable surplus? Means the quantity left with the farmer for selling in the market. So that is also very important in this particular price policy. To stabilize the general price level, to bring about the economic development, to ensure a proper price relationship between commodities produced and input purchased by the farmer, to encourage production and various commodities needed by the country, to improve people's diet, to maintain equilibrium between demand and supply of different agricultural commodities, to avoid disturbance in economy, to make commodities available at reasonable prices to consumers so that they can maintain reasonable standard of life. So these are the different objectives of agricultural price policy. Then we see about the important concept, what is price stabilization. Price stabilization means prevention of violent fluctuation in the prices on both the sides. Means price should not be too high or price should not be too low. So we have to maintain somewhat fluctuation. So that concept is called as price stabilization. Then measures for stabilization of agricultural prices. There will be two measures. First one is non-price or regulatory measures. Here we control some points and regulate some points, and then we bring down automatically stabilization in agricultural price. In that first one, increasing and stabilizing the production, regulation of import, regulation of export, encouraging agro-processing industries, build up buffer stock. Buffer stock means it's a stock of government. In that stock, government store their produce. Okay, they purchase this produce from farmers and store it in their godowns. We can call that stock as a buffer stock. Ensuring procurement and public distribution. Public distribution means distribution of commodities at cheaper rate, okay, to different rationing shops. Regulation of inter-regional movement of commodities. So that also we can regulate and maintain the stabilization in prices. Rationing by adopting rationing system. It is a measure for controlling the demand of consumer and keeping the rise in demand under check by allotting limited quantity per capital per time period. In this rationing system, here restrictions on the consumption of some essential or some scarce commodities such as rice, wheat, pulses, clothes, sugars, etc. bring during the period of rising prices. So this rationing system also helps to control the price under uh, low level. Expanding infrastructure, if we expand warehouses, if we expand storage facilities, then we store sufficient amount of produce in that infrastructure, so that also be important for controlling the price rise. Then improving the efficiency of marketing system. We have to improve the efficiency of marketing system for bringing down price stabilization. Then there will be some direct price control measures also. In that, fixation of maximum of selling price. What is selling price? When there is a limit placed on the increase of prices in a market, then that selling price means increase price. We have to fix that price. Okay, government has to fix that price. Fixation of minimum floor price. What is floor price? The lowest price at which product can be sold. So that also be fixed at minimum level. Then fixation of both maximum and minimum prices. And last one is fixation of administered prices. What is administered prices? Price determined by individual product producer or seller and not purely by market forces. That price is called as administered price. So if we fix such type of prices, Then there will be direct price control measures adopted by the government by imposing such type of price. So this is very important for price stabilization. Then we see the next point about the need for stabilization of agricultural prices. In order to protect the farmer from heavy losses due to weather and damage by insect pest and price fluctuation, prices should be guaranteed for stability of agricultural income and prices so that reasonable parity is established between agriculture and industrial income. So we have to check such type of stability by increasing the income. Okay, to safeguard the interest of consumer, it is necessary that price should be prevented from rising beyond the maximum level. So we have to check whether the price should be increased beyond the maximum level or not. The fair price should be such as would leave to producer an income sufficient to maintain him and his family at a reasonable standard of living. The minimum price for a commodity should be calculated for principal producing areas on the basis of fair average quality of the product. So we have to consider certain methods, and with that methods we can our government can uh, regulate the minimum price of a commodity. Then the fixation of minimum price would require that the government should guarantee to purchase all supplies offered to it at price at an adequate number of marketing centers within as easy access to cultivators in order to enforce price at minimum level. When price rise above the maximum, the state should be provide supplies to the market. The state should have special power to regulate areas under individual crop, to enforce adequate standards of land management. So this is also very important. The minimum and maximum price should be fixed up for principal food grains like wheat, bajra, jawar, as their prices are likely to influence those of other food grains. So this is also very important points related with the need for price stabilization. If you fix properly maximum price and minimum price, then there will be automatically control on such type of price uh, systems. So this is all regarding the topic price on agricultural price policy. Thank you.